Good day, everyone. Welcome to an A-level class with Mr. Joseph. I'm happy to have you guys here. We are going to be having an A-level class on differentiation. So we'll be looking at chain rule. Please permit me to take you on as we look at chain rule. Now, chain rule is an aspect of differentiation, and the formula goes this way: dy dx equals dy du multiplied by du dx. dy dx equals dy du multiplied by du dx. So that simply means chain rule has to do with getting two differentiations. Then once you're able to get the two differentiations, you multiply the two differentiations to get your derivative. All right. Now, I would like to start with something like this. If we have y to be equal to 3x plus 4 all raised to the power 2. If we're asked to differentiate this, we all know that this is the elementary aspect of differentiation. You can do this by opening the bracket first, and that simply means we have y to be 3x plus 4, 3x plus 4. So if you open the bracket, you will have 3x multiplying 3x to be 9x squared. 3x multiplying 4, that will give us 12x. 4 multiplying 3x will give us 12x. And 4 multiplying 4 will give us 16. So we have y to be 9x to the power of 2 plus 24x plus 16. So the differentiation will now be 2 multiplied by 9, which is 18. If you take away 1 from 2, you get a power of 1. Then the power of x here is 1 multiplied by 24 will give you 24. So this is the answer for this. Then why do we use chain rule? Suppose you are confronted with a question in this form. Does it mean you are going to have more than 2 brackets, like brackets up to 10? You see, that will take you lots of time in expansion, except you want to use binomial theorem. All right, so the principle of chain rule can be employed here to solving this particular question, because this one is simpler. Why is it simpler? Because the power is little. It has a power of 2, unlike this that has a power of what? 10. All right, remember the power here is what? 10. The first one we solve, the power was 2, and that means we had 2 brackets, so it was easier for us to open the brackets. Now that we have a power of 10, it means if you want to open the bracket will be such that we have like 10 brackets, and that will be very difficult for us to expand, except you want to use binomial theory or Pascal triangle. All right, so for you want to be able to differentiate this, it will be better the person makes use of the chain rule. So we are going to use another letter called u. We say let u be equal to 3x plus 4. The content of the bracket should be taken as u. Now, if this is done, we can now say that y is equal to u to the power of 10. That means the content of the bracket is u. So if the content is u, it means u to the power of what? 10. So remember what we have here is 3x plus 4. All right. So now we are going to differentiate these two functions. The first one is u equals 3x plus 4, and the second one is y equals u to the power of 10. So we'll be differentiating this u with respect to x and this y with respect to u. Let's go with the first one. Differentiating u with respect to x, that is du dx, which will give us 3. Why is it 3? The power of x here is 1. So 1 multiplies 3 will give us 3. And if you take away 1 from the power, which is 1, you get 0. Because according to differentiation, if you have 4x to the power of 6, it's all about using the power of x to multiply the coefficients. So that would be 24. Then take away 1 from the power. That gives you 5. I believe it's understood. All right. So 1 multiplies 3 will give us 3. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So x raised to the power 0 is 1. Here we have 4. If you differentiate 4, the answer is 0. Why? Because having 4 here means you have 4x to the power of 0. Remember, x raised to the power 0 is 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. If you are differentiating this, it means you are multiplying the power of x by the coefficient. So 0 multiplied by 4 will give you 0. And if the coefficient is 0, automatically everything is 0. That is why the derivative of every constant is 0. Then for the second one, the y du. Differentiating y with respect to u. That will give us, the coefficient here is 1. So 10 multiplies 1 will give you 10. The power of u is 10. 10 minus 1 gives 9. Now we are done differentiating both functions. Recall that the formula is dy dx equals dy du multiplied by du dx. We have dy du here, and we also have du dx. So we're going to multiply these two. So on multiplication, we have 10u to the power of 9 multiplied by what? 3. Which will give us 10 multiplied 3 will give us 30. 30u to the power of 9. What is u? U is 3x plus 4. So put it back. It means dy dx equals 30 3x plus 4 to the power of 9. So this is the answer. So we can see the answer. We can see that the answer is in a factorized format. Why? Because we did not expand it. So if we had expanded it, we wouldn't have been able to finish it at this time. It's going to take lots of our time, and the answer is going to be in expanded form. All right. So as time goes on, we'll be looking at questions like y equals sine 4x exponential 3x minus 2, y equals 4x minus 2 all raised to the power minus 2. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. I wish to have a class with you next time. Thank you and remain blessed.